Hannah, and welcome back to my channel. Oh my goodness, I am back. It has been a long while, probably about 2 weeks, nearly 2 weeks, nearing it. Probably when this uploads, it'll be 2 weeks. And, you know, I'm feeling a bit terrible about it. I miss it. I miss doing the YouTubes because it was pretty much a part of my daily schedule. But guess who's nearly at 6K as well? I'm gone for 2 weeks and I get 1,000 subscribers. What happened there? I don't understand. Now confused on what to do for bloody 6K. So if you have any ideas, if you want to see anything, let me know. Most likely won't be doing anything unless I see a good suggestion, and then I shall do so. But don't expect anything really for 6K. I might just do a thank you video, but if I do see a really good suggestion that I'm up for doing, then sure, I shall do so. But let's get straight into this video. By the way, I miss you all so much, just so you know, because you guys are amazing and I love you. But today was officially named the scariest day of my life. If you all don't actually follow me on Twitter, you won't really understand on what the hell I am talking about here. You've probably seen the title of the video and you're like, oh my god, Hannah, are you okay? Or, oh man. But I did announce, I let you guys know on Twitter what was going on. I didn't give you guys much information. So those that are from Twitter, you guys are probably really confused on my tweet. I said on my tweet, so there's just been a bomb threat at my school and we are still in the school, I don't want to die. So all you that follow me on Twitter are probably like, oh my god, Hannah, what the hell? Give me information. So I thought I owe you all, and also those who follow me or that are subscribed to me on YouTube, I think you all deserve to know on what really went down today. So you're probably reading the title like, excuse me, what? So let me just start off with, my school got a bomb threat today. I was in class. I was in religion period 3. So we're just about to head out to lunch. We've probably got about 40 minutes left in the lesson, and you know, I'm not really into the religion stuff, so religion's not the most interesting class for me, but I get through it. 53 minutes exactly of it I can handle. So I'm just sitting in religion class, minding my own business, and then all of a sudden, you know, I'm just sitting there. I'm with my best friend as well. So we're just in class. We only have a few classes together, me and her. And I'm so glad I was in a class when this happened with her, because I would have literally peed myself. But I was with her and we're just learning some religion. And all you hear is whoop, whoop. And then it's just continuously just making that sound like so loud, right in my bloody ear. And I just look at my friend and I was like, and then the whole class just stops working and just looks at the teacher like, that siren is the lockdown siren. I don't know why they didn't play the evacuation siren. They got it really mixed up, and I think this actually gave an idea to the school that they really do need to work on the evacuation and the fire system and all that, because it was not well thought out, to be honest. Anyway, so we hear that, and then everyone's crapping themselves, and the teacher's just like, oh, I'm sure this is all right. To be honest with you guys, I wasn't notified that there was a drill today, so this is a real thing. And then when she said that, I was like, hell no. Hell nah! I was like, nah, I'm out. Not really, but I was stressing out. I held my best friend's hand and I was like, girl, if we're gonna die today, I would love to die with you. It would be an honor, because that's just goals. But there was no way in hell that I was gonna die today. I did not want to die, and I didn't, which is great. But the teacher, me and all the students in the whole school had no idea what was going on. And all of a sudden we just hear we hear kids running down the hallway. I don't know, I just heard a lot of like feet running, and I look out the window because we're actually in a classroom that's 3 stories high, so there's no way we can jump out of a window or anything. But we walk up to the window, and we see students after students just walking out the front gate. So I see all, like, where the whole class is at the window, just looking out at all the students just exiting the school, along with teachers as well. And seeing as it was the lockdown alarm, it wasn't the evacuation, which is the same alarm but faster. So the teacher, we just had to hide in the classroom. We didn't turn off the lights or anything or hide. We kind of just stayed calm and sat at our desk. But then Miss was like, okay, just everyone get to the back of the classroom. I don't know what's going on. Because there was another religion class next to us as well. And so the 2 teachers were talking, and so they decided to lock the doors. And then eventually the other religion teacher was like, okay, we're seeing as everyone else is leaving, we can't be the only people in the school to just be sitting ducks here because it's dangerous. So we all got out. We had to grab a buddy. So I was with my best friend, of course, and I was holding onto her hand. I was stressing out because this was a really scary situation. I've personally never been in a situation like this before. I've done drills, but I think it is somewhat illegal to do a drill without notifying the school or the teachers about it, because it can scare the kids. Usually they'll be like, okay, this is only a drill, just follow the rules, and we'll do this, we'll do that. But we were told that this wasn't a drill, and I was scared. So I held on to my best friend's hand. We walked out with our pairs, and we all walked out together, walked down the stairs, and we walked around the whole school, and we ended back. And when we were walking, I was with the other religion teacher that was in the other classroom, and we were walking with her because I was right behind her. I didn't want to leave any teacher's sight or anything. But I said to her, do you know what's going on? And she said yes, and I was like, oh, I'm about to find out what the hell is going on. See, no one would have left the rooms if there was a gunman. Because that's what the lockdown thing's for. If there was a man running around with a gun, we would have not left the classroom, just because that's kind of, you gotta hide, really. And if I was in that situation, that would be the scariest thing in my life. But this was also pretty scary. She told me and my best friend that there was a bomb threat. So someone actually called up the school and said, I don't know what they said, but they would have said, we're gonna bomb your school. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. What? When she said that, I was like, oh, hell nah. Oh, hell nah. So that's why we actually left the classroom. We had to evacuate the school, not hide, if you know what I mean. Now, before I continue on, I just want to say these things are really rare for Australian schools. Australia isn't a really... I don't really know how to word it, but you see on the news that a gunman has entered a school in America, or there's been a bomb threat over in America, because that's all I know. I've never really heard of any other country that gets those kind of threats. So it's really rare for Australian schools to be threatened like that. And that's why I was so scared. I thought this was never going to happen. And to be in this situation, it really, scared me a lot. So it did really scare everyone in the whole school. I think a lot of people took it as they thought it was a drill, when it actually wasn't. Everyone was just laughing, having a great time. And I'm over here shitting myself. So anyway, continuing on with the story. We're walking around the school, the whole school. With my class, and our school property is pretty huge, so I got a pretty good workout from that, actually, not gonna lie. So we're walking around the school, and we end up back in the school. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but we ended up back in the school. But we were on the oval, so we didn't want to walk through the school just in case, you know, a bomb were to drop. So I think it was a good idea that we walked around the school and not through the school. But to be brought back to the school was not, that was frightening for me. I didn't want to be there. I should have just walked away, to be honest. But we ended up back on the oval, and which is, I don't know what people in other countries call it, the oval, the field where people play like football and stuff at lunchtime. So I ended up back there, and the whole school was sitting there, and we got all our names marked off to make sure that we were all right, make sure no one was still in the school, etc., etc. And we were out there for about 20 to 30 minutes, just sitting there. I thought we were going to be sitting there for a couple hours, to be honest. But the police arrived. They searched the whole school. They for any bombs, or they probably listened over to the call, etc., etc. I don't really know what happened with the whole police thing, but I remember just seeing like detectives interviewing the office ladies, etc. So yeah, so after a while of sitting on the oval in burning hot sun, it was probably like 35 degrees, so hot. I felt my face melting off. It was not cute, but so yeah, the head teacher, I don't really know. He's not the principal, but he kind of is. But he's not the principal, so I don't know. But he spoke to our school. He said that this was a prank call, and that all the schools around in our region have actually got a phone call from a bomb threat prank. And that was that made me really angry, because yeah, I got out of religion, but you can't do that. You can't do that to kids. It's scary, man. And for a person to do that and have someone like me to go through that really scary thing, like everyone was having a laugh and thought it was really funny, but me? Nah. Oh nah. Hell nah. I was like, I don't want to die today. And I was scared. And I remember when I was sitting on the oval, I saw a plane, a really little plane. It wasn't a big one or anything, so that made me worried as well, because I never see a little plane go over. But a little plane went over our school, and I remember just seeing it flying towards our school, and I was like, hell nah. So I was crossing my legs, but then I kind of stood up a little bit, like half standing, ready to piss bolt out of those gates. I was ready to just run out, and hell nah. Like, F you all, you have a laugh, you get a bomb thrown on your head. I didn't want to die, so I was ready to run. And because if I saw one dot, like a little dot, fall from that plane, I was out. I was gone. I was like, okay, bye. I don't want to get blown up today. But it didn't end up dropping anything, which I'm so thankful for, because that would have been the scariest. That would have ruined my life. That just petrifying thing of seeing a bomb explode in your face. It's not good. And I was at the verge of crying, because it was scary, because I've never been put in that kind of situation before. It's a fear, and I have always been scared about the whole ISIS, Iraq situation. That's always scared the living daylights out of me, and for something like a bomb threat just is my worst nightmare. My worst nightmare. My biggest fear is actually planes. I would rather sit on a plane ride for a whole day, even a week, than go through that. Go through watching a bomb blow up my school. That's just terrible. Like, I just, no. No. I was just so scared, and it was terrifying. But yeah, I'm surprised even if it was a prank, I still wouldn't trust the whole situation. So if it was me, I would evacuate the whole school. I'd be like, the buses are here early, you're going to go home early, because we don't want you here to die from a bomb, you know? But we went back to school like normal, and we did the rest of our classes, and I'm home safe, which I'm so thankful for. But it's just really scary to be put in that situation, to be honest. I never ever want to go through that again. It was scary. But I hope you guys did enjoy this story time. I have another story time coming out in a couple of days. And you know what I find really funny? The last video I uploaded was my paranormal experience, and I left you guys on that video, like with that video. Like, you guys probably thought I got murdered by the ghost or something. So I'm sorry if you guys thought I died, but I promise I didn't. I'm still here, I'm alive, and I'm back into YouTube again. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave us a sweet comment down below. And I'll be seeing you all in my next video. Bye!